Welcome back. So today I'm painting this Airsoft rifle. This is a VFC gas blowback M16A1, and it needs a paint job. It's got the G&P underbarrel grenade launcher, ENC heat shield, and the rest of it is basically VFC. There's no surplus furniture on it, like the stock is VFC, the grip is VFC, but overall, pretty good rifle. I got this because I'm a huge fan of the retro look, the carry handle, and in conflicts where this was used by NATO, it's not always black. Like it's kind of, especially with the use of this rifle in with the British Armed Forces. Oftentimes you'll see this rifle painted like a field dressed paint job. You know, if you're familiar with Bravo 20, the film, all of their rifles are painted kind of like a desert scheme. And there's a few instances in the Falklands War when the SAS had painted their M16s with M203 grenade launchers. So today I'm going to try and do my best to emulate something like that. I think it's going to be like, I'd like to maybe do like a total green paint job, like save no black. I did paint it before. I have painted it in the past, pardon me. Last summer I painted it like a Home Depot green. So I believe this is like sage green from Home Depot. I invested in some high quality graffiti paint, Montana, if you're familiar with that brand. So I invested in Montana, and it was like an array of greens. The greens, however, they weren't, they were a little too brilliant, like they weren't kind of muted enough. So often when you see kind of crappy field dress paint job kind of rifles, it's like anything that maybe Home Depot would have, like consumer grade, nothing artistic or fancy. So they probably wouldn't have like they wouldn't be painting their rifles with Belton or Molotov or Montana Gold or Montana Hardcore if they're in the desert in Iraq. But what I'm going for here is like an SAS look. So with the MilSim events that we do in the summer, we LARP as SAS guys, and this is common kit for SAS units in and around the time where we're recreating, like Cold War. So they would have the underbarrel grenade launcher. As I said, this is G&P M203 ENC heat shield, and yeah, I kind of want like not like a strong edge, like kind of like a very faint edge, like a tapered edge paint job. So, and like I said, I didn't really want any black remaining. So all of this will be green, I think. And I'll probably do like strikes of like a lighter green or a darker green, depending. So it's kind of first time painting a rifle in a really long time. I have painted a rifle before, a GHK M4. I painted it the whatever paint you get from Home Depot, that green that has like the camouflage logo. It wasn't very. It's kind of shitty looking. It's not a great camo. This is really not a bad green. It's a little dark, but it's not too dark. The array of Montana Gold cans that I have, some of them are a little bit too dark. One modification I made in this ENC, pardon me, in the G&P grenade launcher is it shifted back and forth, and that's a common failure. Some users on the internet have made note of that, but you have to modify the tongue with a little piece of metal so it doesn't have any movement back and forth. So maybe I can do a short on that later, something like that. But one thing I have noticed is this thing is a pain in the butt to take apart. You kind of just want to have it put together, and then probably, it's not something you can disassemble in the field. It's pretty hard. I find the easiest way is to take off the whole front end, the delta ring, all that front sight. Just move that, and then this comes off, that comes off, and then when you're reassembling it, obviously put this back, and then you can put this on and squeeze this on. But this is not easy to squeeze off. So all the kind of important internals are out. The bolt is out. The buffer spring is out. Buffer's out. And the charging handle's off. So tape there, tape in the mag well, tape in the tube, and tape in the front of the barrel. So I'm not really going to be spraying directly like that, or even spraying this way. It's going to be mostly like up and down, whatever. I've got it on some string and my case below in case it falls. So hopefully it doesn't, but yeah, cross our fingers. So without any further ado, let's kind of test our paint and see what we have. So we're working with Premier Spray and Shake. I don't have high hopes for this. It doesn't really look great, like a great green. And we have Krylon Camouflage. This is probably going to be our base coat, like a base over the whole thing, and maybe just like some accents or some darker strikes with other colors. Two cans of flat black in case anything bad happens and I have to correct any mistakes, but we'll set that aside for now. Sage green. So I think the sage green, that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, I'll be spraying all these, I'll be striking all these on that piece of cardboard and kind of seeing what they all look like. Okay, and then we have two cans of paint, Revel and Tamiya. So I purchased these from a RC car store, like an RC hobby store. You could probably find these cans like these at many RC stores, but these two colors, this one in particular, was actually banned from being imported, I guess. So I'm in Canada, and I think it contains some bad chemicals that we don't really want to inhale. I figured the best place to do this is in my garage. So, my family's not inhaling all these paint chemicals. This, I don't know, I think this was also a no-no too. So these are two discontinued colors. How fitting. This is actually NATO olive. So I think we'll probably be using this. And we have TS5, TS-5 olive drab in spray form. So, yeah. Okay. Your gun is cool. Thank you. Yeah, it's a VFC M16A1. The carry handle version, like, how many movies was this in? It's in Scarface. It's in, obviously Bravo 20. Many movies feature this Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, very kind of epic, iconic setup The one thing it's missing is a quadrant sight. So you have the front grenade sight here, which is like I guess an indicator. You flip that up. That's your grenade trajectory. However, I don't think it really makes a difference if you have this unless you have the quadrant sight. I think you need the quadrant sight and this to operate to throw those grenades effectively. But that's an ITAR item. You can find them surplus on the market. You can find them in the States, surplus stores in the States who sell like kind of equipment that's no longer used. But unfortunately, we cannot ship ITAR items to Canada. So excuse me. Ooh. Okay, so here we go. It's running a little bit. Oh no. So this is the Krylon camo. Not a bad green at all. This is the Tamiya olive drab. That's the Revel. And this is the this is the spray and shake. Not really too keen on that. That's the sage green. So the sage green. Ooh. Let me try and do this again, folks. See if I have a cloth anywhere. So unfortunately, these two discontinued cans, use of them is pretty limited because they were sitting in the garage all winter. So I don't want to use too much of them. Let's see. I think this one is the dark one. Yeah, that's the dark one. It's almost black, it looks like. This guy. Yeah, that's beautiful. So, yeah, the Revel NATO olive is like perfect. Yeah. Okay, so I think I have my palette, so to speak. So that is Krylon, that is Spray and Shake, Fuzzy Moss, Sage Green, Painter's Touch, which is Rust-Oleum, and then you have Revel, Tamiya, Olive Drab, Revel, NATO Olive. So it's going to be NATO Olive, Sage Green, and this. This is going to be our base coat, I think. Then I'm going to hit it with some strikes of Sage Green and then some dabs of NATO Olive. We don't have a lot of NATO Olive, so use that sparingly. It would be cool if I had a cotton pad, or maybe I can use like maybe I can spare a microfiber cloth. I think I see some. Spare microfiber cloth and just spray that with this and sort of like dab it, just like punch it a few times. So that's our pallet. Okay, so let's move it a little bit here. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna go paint this thing now. Hopefully it goes well. It's actually kind of cold. It's a little cold, a little nippy out. Okay. So the one thing I didn't consider is the lines that the strings would create when I spray them. So I think perhaps the best thing to do is to grab a light stand and probably just shoot it up through the center and just have it rest on the light stand. So I think I might leave and come back really quick with that before I start and I totally mess everything up. I don't want to do that. I only want to do this once. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to come back with a light stand and then I'm going to tell everybody what I'm doing again. Hello, I'm back. Okay, so I've got the light stand and we're going to rejig our setup a little bit because there will be lines and the job will be, the paint job won't be great. So I'm going to start by moving this all the way down to the end. Okay, like that. All right, okay. Take this. Okay, that. Boom. There you go. Okay, so there. Now we can just remove this strap. Okay, it's a little dubious. This is definitely dubious. There we go. Okay, well, perfect. Now we don't have any issues later if there's any markings that come from the wire that was holding it, suspending it. But now we have this rifle case. Put that aside. And this carpet we'll just leave there as a safety. Yeah, okay, well, there we go. All right. Reposition the camera, perfect. Cool, okay, so again, this is the VFC, painting it like a Cold War, like a Cold War rifle. Of course, there's you can't paint a old school carry handle and not mention blood diamond. That's a whole different vibe. This is a little different. It's not quite like Rhodesian baby poop that we're going for, because we're going for like a British NATO vibe. So, okay, for safety, I'm going to just hit this with that green. Okay. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it good? Is it bad? It's not bad. It doesn't look bad on camera, but on camera is not real life. I think we should just send it. Can taste that Krylon. Okay, before we go any further, I noticed something. I have a random piece of gun tape that's occupying. Oh, shit. Wet paint. Kind of dry, though. It is occupying the receiver here. Just peel that off. Sat there for forever. I don't know why. Okay. 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 Back to it. Okay, fuck it. Let's paint the tube. So I'm gonna take some tape and I'm going to cover something up. I'm going to cover up these indicator lines on the top here. I don't want to paint those. Kind of just want to paint the face of it. Okay. Oh yeah, probably we will lift this up as well. There we go. Ooh, there we go, fully up. All right. Okay, all right. We're gonna paint the barrel now, folks. Okay. Okay, so here's the rifle so far. So this is Airsoft. It's not real. From Canada, and Channel is all Airsoft. So this is a VFC M16A1. The heat shield is a E&C heat shield with a G&P underbarrel grenade launcher. I watch from the UK, so only water comes out of my gun. Yeah, well, kind of same here, buddy. Ejection port cover. Are you going to cover the ejection port? Well, everything, like the bolt is out of the receiver, so I'm not worried about painting the bolt. The ejection port, I mean, I could stuff it. I might actually, that's a good point. I could stuff it with something so nothing gets in. Maybe I can quickly do that, take it off, stuff it, put something inside. There is a piece of balled up tape that's occupying that space right now. It's just in there. There's balled up tape in there. So yeah, but you know, just to be on the safe side, not get anything at all in the barrel. That would suck. I think I'll put something in there. Good point. Yeah, so on the other side of the gun, we got it painted. This is flipped up and covered, so we're going to preserve those markings on that side. We're going to preserve the markings on the aiming device. This is kind of all, like as soon as I saw this kind of cheesy Skullfrog Navy SEAL team launcher, I knew it had to be painted. Been meaning to paint it for a while. Last year I just painted the furniture, so the stock and the foregrip or handguard, whatever. Yeah, it didn't look too good. So some of my friends who I join on the weekends to play Airsoft, they have fully painted guns. But again, this is like a carry handle, early Cold War, like a Cold War, early 90s, late 80s setup. So it's not going to be like intense kind of splinter camo, hard edge kind of paint job. It's going to be very kind of in the field look. Yeah, that's a good point. So dragging around by the sling of the dirt, that is a great point. And once I get to, I'm not going to do it for an hour, but once it's dried for about an hour, I'm not going to drag the the rifle around in the dirt for an hour, but I will drag it around. Maybe I'll rub it in something like some coarse grass or something like that to, yeah, give it a little patina, like a little, yeah, not like rustic look, have a nice rustic used touch, yeah, which is necessary. Yeah, that's true. For the impression, yes, it should be like a little worn in. Yeah. So the next step is to finally stop pussyfooting and actually paint the upper and lower receiver. I will reach inside, put some tape in here so the inside of the ejection port is covered. I mean, it's closed right now. Bolt is out, all that. So that's okay. I have a bunch of tape stuffed in the tube here, so should be okay. And then tape on the end, so that preserves the integrity of the aftermarket inner barrel. Inside this is a quad or a 4 UAD Airsoft upgrade chamber, hop up, the works. It actually makes the gun. This is a really good gun. So if anyone has a M16, like a VFC M16 platform or VFC AR platform, you should absolutely think about getting the 4 UAD upgrade suite, like the bucking, the hop-up chamber. It does improve the performance of it, absolutely. More so, I think, than the quad UAD improves the performance of this, of like any VFC AR. I think more than just like the hop-up, simply replacing the hop-up. Originally, this rifle came with a short barrel, so the inner barrel was like up to, I don't know, there-ish. This is 20-inch, so it was like a 11 and a half or a 11 and a half, I think, so like up to there, not quite to the sight. And it was okay. The hop-up was not, it wasn't great. Like, it was gameable, but you couldn't, like, if someone, you couldn't headshot, you couldn't dome. You know, like in a tight CQB environment. Volume of fire, though, I mean, the efficiency's there, so you have volume of fire, but when it comes to, you know, hitting a headshot or getting those kind of like moments, being effective like that, the stock configuration of this rifle, yeah, you need that upgrade kit. I think, in my opinion, but I mean, I don't know anything. I am putting tape inside the ejection port last minute to protect it, so do not listen to me. I'm just a guy on the internet. I'm just a humble airsoft enthusiast. Yeah, I live in Canada. This is not the real thing. This is simply airsoft. I can't imagine what people would have to do to acquire this sort of machinery in the States, but I think it's possible. I'm a little out of my depths, I think, right now, so I'm going to switch topics to yammering on about this dust cover. Oh, that sucks. Okay, redo on that. What would be perfect in this for this application would be some paper towel, toilet paper, something like that. Chilly in here. It only, the snow just started to melt, so I swear, it wasn't that long ago you guys were allowed ARs. Yes, that's true. Yeah, we were allowed to transport ARs to the range. Like, I mean, pre-COVID. Like, I mean, there was a whole bunch of shit that happened right around COVID. Pardon me, right around 2020, and that those there's a lot of like measures that politicians put in place to kind of restrict people from doing anything fun. And yeah, so I don't want to bring up the C word on YouTube, but yeah, God, I'm just looking for some tissue paper. I don't have any tissue paper. I will, I don't want to leave either. It's nice and warm in here. Okay, so here is a cloth that I found, a little handkerchief to occupy the chamber with. Oh, perfect. Okay, so boom. Can we put it in there? With a little difficulty, I think we can. Just kind of pull it like that. Oh yeah, okay, perfect. So boom, that'll prohibit any crap from entering the gun. Not from entering the gun, but from entering the chamber and causing any interference with the there. Okay, Okay, is this going to stay? Probably not. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, there were a lot of fun things that we could have here. I remember in 2018 shooting my former employer's Mark, or like, I don't know, it was like I think it was an AR. It was a Daniel Defense. I don't know. I don't exactly know what it was, but it was an AR. It was an AR, like a true AR, not like a Timberwolf or whatever. Like the real AR with a buffer tube, everything. Of course, we only have 5-round mags, but that was a fun experience. That was really fun. I have a very small, limited collection myself. It's like, but nothing that is currently. Well, actually, I do have one prohibited item right now, but we won't get into that because I don't want to cause any trouble or get myself in any trouble or have anyone visit me that I don't want to visit me. Okay, perfect. All right, that fucking thing won't stay. Okay, so the chamber is protected now. I really hope that rag I put in there doesn't cause any debris to get on the hop up. I mean, it was clean enough. I'll just have to give it a good clean after. Yeah, this is actually looking now that the paint is kind of semi-dry, it looks badass. Like the tone of the green looks great. I know this is like a whatever incandescent, shitty light, but yeah, this is daylight. There's like a daylight source behind me. The tone of green does not look bad, so we're gonna keep going and say fuck it. I'm not gonna sell this rifle. I think I'm gonna keep it, and it is too late not to. So. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I am going to turn it around. So we got a different view of this rifle. Whoa, what was that? It's just tape. Okay. Oh. Like that, okay. All right. Nice. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, back at it. No slacking. Okay. There we go. Come on. Okay. Oh no. Keeps on. The ejection port keeps on opening. Now it's closed. So let's just check out how it looks. Yeah. Oh. Okay, we're way off frame. Okay, just it. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Boop. Okay, so the ejection port is painted. I'm not going to hit that again. I'm going to let it be. I'm not going close either when I paint. Like the tip, when I apply the paint, the tip is actually like a good foot away from the surface. So there shouldn't be any like pooling of paint or drips, which is what you don't want. When you're painting something with a spray can, you don't want drips or sloppiness. So you kind of keep it away, and you just do a little, you don't hold it in one spot for too long because then things get shitty. But this is going to be very satisfying, painting over this corny logo. I mean, I don't know if the Navy SEAL team puts branding on anything, but you never know. Anyway, let's hit it with a can. Oh, it is engraved. It's engraved. Okay. Okay, so it's in there for good, but we can always put like a piece of tape over it or something like that. I'm not going to say that's the entire reason I'm painting this rifle, but it is one. I mean, right now it looks better than it was black, and it does make a difference if your equipment is kind of camouflage. It doesn't stand out if it's you see a black rifle in the bush. So yeah, let's continue on. So what do we got? Okay, carry handle, dust it. Okay, all right. So now we have basically our first coat done of the of this M16A1 by VFC. A couple more touch-up spots here. Okay, so I'm on the under barrel at the tip there. Okay, so now I think probably appropriate and recommended to let this sit for a little second. The next color that we're going to do, I'm pretty happy with this so far. It's only a base though. we got that. We only have like a little bit of Rusto NATO Olive. That's that color. So let's just dot that in here. Yeah, it's just it's faint. The difference is very faint. It almost looks the same. But at least it is not, oh, whoa, at least it's not super dark like that. Sage green. Okay. Let's see. All right, so I think this is like a pretty similar color to that. It's not really any, I think that is actually not bad looking at it. I don't know, it's pretty dark. I don't know. Yeah, like that. Okay. Dark. Yeah, it's pretty dark. That's dark. That is light. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Like the sage green from Rusto doesn't look too bad. That's painter's touch. So I think with the sage green, I would just strike it. Just like just do some lines, whatever. I can always touch it up with the Krylon if I want to. There we go. Okay. AR AK ban was like 1995 to 2005. In Canada, I mean, there's been so many kind of iterations to so many, I guess, new legislations that come into Parliament, and every year there's new items that get added on to each thing. Like it's never ending. But I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure where you mean it. Like ARs, I think were like AKs. Like we used to have a lot of CZ, the Czech AKs, but those were banned following a few incidents. You can't really find those anymore. Okay, well, anyway, let's get back to painting. Okay, so I'm just going to hit the stock quickly and just see how that looks. Yeah, it looks okay. Looks okay. It's like boom, 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 boom. I don't know, like a zigzag. Not going for anything sharp here. That's cool, okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We're working with the, see if I can still do a little hand style. That is completely depressurized. Oh yeah. VFC. Now I'm just messing around. Oh, that's toy. MiG A1, VFC MiG A1. Okay. Whoa. Just crap all over. Okay. Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Joe McCowan. Doesn't look bad. So this is like a really cheapo field dressing in a la the SAS kind of setup of this rifle M16A1 with the Grenadier M16A. I don't know what you call it. Just the M16A1 with an underbarrel grenade launcher that the SAS used in conflicts like the Falklands and kind of, I guess, wherever they were and wherever they had to field dress, paint job quickly their rifles to better suit whatever theater they were in. So, yeah, that's open. There's nothing in there. But this side, I'm quite fond of how this side came out. Looks good. It's not supposed to be like artistic, except for that. That's not great. I'll fix that. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Beautiful revival, yes. So yeah, it looks good. A good start to like a good piece of milsim kit. And a user above mentioned, yeah, I will have to kind of like rub it around in some coarse grass or some, not gravel, but coarse grass or something like that. Unhook the sling and just run with it. Kind of give it a patina wherein the fire controls adjust the safe semi-auto. Of course, so I painted over that. I'm going to have to move that a little bit. Yeah, I did not take out any of the components like the spring or hammer, anything like that. So I'm kind of hoping that the paint doesn't affect that. I'll have to check that and find out later. I can just punch these two pins out, drop the lower receiver, and see what happened there. But I don't even know if that's affected yet because everything on this is kind of tight. It's not loose. There, okay. There. Cool. Yeah, paint your shotgun like that. It's just two colors so far. The Krylon camouflage, there's no kind of fancy art paint involved in this. Krylon camouflage is this base coat. And then you have Painter's Touch Sage, which is the overcoat there. And I have this dark paint, but you know, it looks pretty decent right now, and I don't know if I want to add anything that will affect how happy I am with how it's turned out. I know it's nothing, it may look like nothing special, but it's supposed to be kind of like a rough kind of duty job. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, we could add in this color. We could like splotch it in somewhere. I just need like a rag. So I'd take a rag, splotch that in. Like, I was thinking maybe like a torn up cotton pad would be good, but I don't know, maybe I just leave it like this, guys. What do you think? You think I should just keep it this way, or should I try and add some stuff? Add one more color, add a darker color. I think some more sage should be applied here. There. And yeah. Oh, okay. Thin black lines. Thin black lines, I think would, I don't know if I want to add black to it because that will stand out. Yes, airsoft rifle. VFC M16A1 gas blowback rifle. Thin black lines, I mean, that would, I think that would really make it sharp. Does the paint scratch off at all, or do you need to spray a sealer over it? I'm not going to spray a sealer over it. This is going to scratch off, and when it scratches off, it'll have like a patina. It'll the patina will kind of be part of how it's supposed to look. Like, yeah, it's not supposed to be like. It's going to be like it's supposed to have like a worn look to it, like very kind of like beaten, battle worn. That's what I meant, battle worn. So it's supposed to have like a battle worn look to it. I want to like take it and just sort of scuff it up. But I mean, naturally, it's going to get scuffed up anyway because you know, everything's going to be manipulated on the rifle. One thing I didn't do is paint the charging handle or the flash hider. Those are two things that I didn't paint. I could paint those separately, just touch it up with, blast it with the camouflage paint. I don't know, I think it looks simple and effective right now. Yeah, character. Yeah, it's the thin wise, very Vietnam style. Yeah, like adding black lines would be like a tiger stripe palette for sure. Yeah, the worn look. Thank you. Handrail looks mean. Yeah, it's this handrail is actually like I wanted. Like G&P does not produce a metal handrail anymore. It's all plastic handrails. Sadly, I don't know when they're going to make a metal one again. It is. You have to frickin' email them and say, hey, make a metal one for me, please. And then they say, get in line. I don't know when they're going to do that, but I would love a metal handrail. That's like thick plastic. But yeah. Okay, so this is going to probably, I don't know if this is going to fuck it up totally. Pardon me. I don't know if this is going to screw it up totally, but okay. We'll just try it. We'll do like a little test on the I don't know if I like that. I don't know. It's the key to design is yeah, it looks like someone like with handprints like came and fucking grabbed it or something. But yeah, the key to design is like it's done when you can't good design, it's like, if it's good, then like it's simple, but simple is hard. So you can always add more shit, but it's done when you can no longer take anything away. So am I adding something that I just want taken away? It adds a little like, okay, so what I'm doing is I don't want to apply it directly. Like I don't want this dark paint to like, so just kind of splotching it, but then I don't want it to look like a pattern. I don't know. I don't know if I'm totally happy with that. Maybe there's a better way to do that. Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's done. I think it's, I think it might be, I think I might be satisfied without adding that. Yeah, small brush. Think about that, is I don't know if I have a small brush laying around. Like I was thinking cotton, like a piece of cotton pad, and dab the cotton pad on it. But I think this is actually like, I think this is good. I think this is like a sweet spot for kind of what I'm trying to achieve. Like not too crazy. Hit that with the base coat again. And yeah, I don't want to like paint it and then like add something else and then have to go and take it away again. Yeah, I think that's good. So let's take a tour. It's also 6:30. My wife is probably wondering where the hell I am. Yeah, so you can see there's two tones here. Well, you can see it, especially on the stock. Yeah, it's a simple paint job, not a fancy, that looks mean. I like that tone, like these two here. These two working together, that looks cool. But I don't know if I'm going to add that dark color. I think I might just keep it as this. If you go to, if you could always color match that paint. I mean, or you could explore the, you know, graffiti paint market, like brands like Molotov, no, sorry, Montana Gold, Montana Hardcore. There's like another one. There's one from Australia that's kind of like in a smaller can. Belton is has a lot of really good colors, and you could take a look at those colors, like see if there's a green that kind of resembles what that paint color was that you picked up at the Army surplus store, but it's probably not a like, it's probably not a fancy paint. Like, I mean, military grade is like the whoever wins the contract. So who knows? It could just be the same thing as like getting Krylon from Home Depot, right? Which is exactly what I got. I made the mistake of going and getting like all these, like a 6-pack of fancy paint from an art store. It was Montana Gold that I picked up, and all those paints, like all of them were very, I'll show you, like these paints were the paints that I tried last year. Like these are all kind of like really bright and brilliant greens that were not as kind of like muted and like, you know, They don't really jump out. Like they're not stimulating. They're not stimulating greens at all. They're just kind of like green, right? Okay, well, happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And I think it's time I log off and check in with the family, see if dinner's ready, and also take this thing apart and see if I did any damage to the to the springs and internal components of the VFC. But I don't think so. I think I'm fine. I think I should be fine. Yeah. Look at that. And I also have to hit the few other things like the charging handle and yeah. But if you enjoyed this, this was a lot of fun, little fun art project on a Sunday. So check out my channel, Airsoft, camo, that sort of stuff. Anyway, take care. Enjoy your week. See ya.